Hola from Portugal. It is the last day of 2024 and I decided to go for a cycle to reflect and grab a nice warm cup of milky coffee. Today I'll be cycling in my home city, Aveiro, also known as the Venice of Portugal. The route will loop around the university and the city gardens, with a few stops along the way. I will start at Glicínias Plaza, from where I will cycle to the salinas or salt pans of Aveiro. From here, I will cycle along the salinas and stop for a quick break to eat my tangerine and take a sip of water. Then I will cycle through the park to the coffee shop to enjoy a nice milky coffee. After warming my soul with some coffee, I will cycle back to Glicínias Plaza through the park. So it is a beautiful sunny day in Aveiro, but it is cold. You can see how layered up I was for this cycle to keep warm. It's a bit of a self-reflecting philosophical ride today, but at the end of this video, I hope that you will also feel empowered for the new year, 2025. During the summer months, you can stroll along the salinas and see some pretty flamingos. Time to eat my tangerine, my Portuguese tangerine. But in South Africa, we call these nartjies or narkies. There's something special about the last day of the year, right? It's a time to reflect, to pause, and to embrace the stories that we've been living and the ones we're ready to write next. So, as I sit here, I am reminded of one word that perfectly sums up 2024 for myself, and I know for some close friends too. The word is perspective. So, hold on tight as I try to unpack some of the ideas swirling in my head while you get to see the last bit of the city. If you'd asked me 5 years ago where I thought I'd be today, my answer would have been completely different. Never did I imagine I'd end up in Portugal with the freedom to cycle through this incredible city and make this video. It's the best day in the best life. But let's be real, the highs have come with plenty of lows. And through it all, I've reminded myself of something simple but powerful. Problems are common, but attitudes are different. Our perspective changes the way we see things like our problems. But here's the kicker. Only when we change our attitude can our perspective truly shift, and vice versa. It's like putting on a new pair of sunglasses that either enhances or dulls the colors of the world around us, and thus the story that we remember can either be good or bad. I recently started reading The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, and it had an amazing way of explaining this concept. The book talks about the self-fulfilling prophecy, the way we embrace a story about who we are and what we can achieve, and then act in ways that make that story come true. Think about it. We unconsciously adopt thinking patterns from the people who influenced us most early on, like our parents, teachers, friends, society. Those patterns shape our actions, and our actions create the results we see. It can either build us up or hold us back. And I guess the more we accept beliefs about our inability to achieve excellence, the more we reinforce them until they feel like the truth and essentially become our standard operating procedure. 2024 has been a year of awareness for me, of rewriting the story I tell myself. When I moved to Portugal, my story shifted in ways I didn't immediately understand. It took more than 2 years to realize that my story could change, and that it has. It's not easy, and honestly, I'm not even sure I've fully rewritten it yet. Maybe I have, I don't know. It's a bit of a philosophical argument, but I have become aware that our stories can change. Becoming aware of the possibility has been a transformative first step. Alexander the Great once said, "I'm not afraid of an army of lions led by sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion." So it's not about the external power. It's about our inner strength, the courage to live with honor, audacity, and integrity, to create, disrupt, and lead your life in the way you choose. Otherwise, life will choose for us. So if you're alive today, you have the ability to lead without a title. Your current perception isn't reality. It's just the lens you're looking through right now. Changing our story isn't easy, and I've also had to learn not to be too hard on myself. We're all exactly where we're meant to be, facing the lessons we're here to grow from, because a problem will continue to persist until you learn the lesson or skill that you were supposed to learn. But don't worry, even in the dark times, the highest and wisest part of you is always leading you. So, as I ride through this last day of 2024, I'm reminded that small choices shape the bigger picture. And as I develop better awareness of why I do what I do, I'm making better daily choices that lead to better results. But at the same time, I'm grateful for my past because I have already lived the best stories, from up close encounters with wildlife in South Africa to catching kavakas, aka rock hard small cakes, being thrown from the roof of a chapel for good luck during Sao Gonçalinho festivities in Aveiro. I have the best family, friends, pets, and neighbors. So, in terms of life, I have already won the lottery in the most important categories. So, here's to a new year, a fresh perspective, loving and being loved, and the courage to live a story you'd be proud to tell. Comment below and share your story. I'd love to hear it. Remember, today is the youngest you will ever be again, so make it count. Best day, best life. Let's go, 2025.